Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have got an action video coming out, which will be Monday, I think. Monday, Tuesday, early next week. Anyway, today's video is a van chat, and I just wanted to talk about something that I experienced today. I have experienced it in the past, but it really pissed me off and I wanted to talk about it. And the reason I talk about these sort of things on the channel is because I want to raise awareness for other gardeners. Because I know what it's like. You guys can get... When you're new to the business, when you're new to starting out in a gardening business, people will try and take advantage of you, and I don't want to see people take advantage of you. So that's why I make these videos, because then it gives you guys like a little insight as to what to look out for when you're quoting a job. So I went to quote a job today. I was recommended by a friend of mine. She recommended me to this couple. They're an older couple. He can't do the garden anymore because he's got conditions and things going on, and the lady got me in and we basically walked around the garden. And I mean, honestly guys, it is so overgrown. Like, it's really bad. Nothing's been cut. The shrubs are a mess, the hedges are a mess. There's, you know, wisteria growing under the solar panels on the roof. I mean, it's horrendous. The back garden's a mess. It's one of them that you don't know where to start. Anyway, so they initially said to me, what about doing some, you know, like regular maintenance, come in once a week? And I thought, well, it's going to need quite a bit of maintenance, but they didn't want to pay out loads of money. They basically didn't want to spend, they just didn't want to spend the money. So I proposed doing like 3 hours, 6 man hours a week, because I personally feel, based on my experience, and I know how long things take, that that's what it needs. It needs at least 6 man hours every week, you know, for a good period of time, just to break the back of it and get on top of the garden. And I said, oh, I don't know, we only really want to have an hour. And I thought, oh God, well, 1 hour, 2 man hours ain't going to do, you know, without being horrible, bugger all. It's not. You're barely going to make a scratch, and then they're going to go around and go, oh, well, what have you done today? You haven't done much, have you? So look, I proposed to them, I said, well, look, I'll tell you what we could do. And this is probably a better option. Get me in with someone else. We'd do a full day, 16 man hours, and we get a hell of a lot more done. You'll see more of an instant impact, and then do the regular maintenance weekly moving forward, because then you'll be able to get on top of it a bit better. And he went, oh, that's a good idea. So what are we looking at? What sort of price are we looking at for a day? And I said, well, look, for 2 of us for a full day, 400 quid, you know, labour. And I said, if you need any waste taken away, then obviously that will be factored in as well. And he went, £400 for a day? He said, what about 300 quid? And at that point I was like, this guy's not serious. Like, he's not taking me seriously. I mean, he took one look at me with all my tattoos and he went, you have got insurance, have you? You do pay tax, don't you? And I thought, this guy's not taking me seriously, mate. He's massively insulting me. I said, look, mate, I've been self-employed for 8 years, 9 years now. I've got tax, I've got insurance. I'm a proper business. I've got a sign written van, you know, I've been doing this a long time. And also all of my content's here on YouTube, like all my videos, you can see all the gardens I work on. You can see my standard, you can see the befores and afters. You know, we work hard, we do a good job. And anyway, so as soon as this guy said, oh, I don't really want to pay £400, what about 300? I thought to myself, oh, for God's sake, here we go again. Like, this guy's not taking me seriously. And I was going to say to him, mate, would you go into Sainsbury's, load up your trolley, go to the checkout, and, you know, when the lady goes, right, that's £155 and 80 pence today for your food shopping, is he going to go, how about 130? Is that all right? Or when the boiler man comes around, or the gas man, or, you know, someone else comes around, a plumber or something, when they give them the bill, they don't ever say to the plumber or the electrician or, you know, anyone else, they don't go, oh, what if we call it 70? You know, a plumber will go, nope, that's 100 quid call out fee. That's what it is. And people just pay it. But with gardeners and tradesmen like you and like me, they're just like, oh, would you do it a bit cheaper? Oh, how about this much? How about this much? Like, no, the price is the price, mate. Like, what planet are you living on? Like, I just don't get it. Like, I really don't understand the general public sometimes. Like, it's one of the hardest things that we gardeners face. It's dealing with people that don't value us. They see us as just a number, and they think, well, he's just a gardener, you know, he's not worth that much. But they're not taking into consideration all our running costs and, you know, say public liability and, you know, everything else that we have to factor in. And running this van's blinking expensive, tax and insurance. You know, the list is endless, isn't it? You know, you guys know what it's like running a business. It's expensive and the profit margins are very little. So no, the price is the price. And as soon as I got back in the van today, I was like, do you know what? I'm not going to take this one on. It really pissed me off. I was driving back to my house and then I had another phone call from an American guy, and he said, oh, hey, Pete, I saw your number, man. Do you want to come around and give us a quote? So I went round to the American guy's house, and guess what? He was brilliant. He was amazing. Like, he said, similar sort of thing. How much do you reckon? Maintenance? What? You know, I'll take your advice. And I said to that guy, like, yeah, this many hours every week. We could do 2 full days as a big blitz. This is what it's going to cost. And he went, yeah, okay, cool. No worries. So it shows you some people will respect you and take you seriously, but then you get the older generation who just think, oh, he's got tattoos, look at him, he's not going to be insured, he's not going to be very good. Well, you're wrong. You've judged me straight away. You've gone down the whole discrimination, judgmental. He's got tattoos, he's probably not very good. Mate, look at me. I'm banging, mate. I do a great job. Look at my standard, look at my videos, look at the work I do. I work really hard. I go the extra mile for people, and I'm more than happy to help people. You know, it's just, it really bugs me when people try and take advantage, and I just don't think it's fair. So anyway, the point is, guys, know your worth. And if you're quoting jobs and somebody says to you, oh, I don't want to pay that, can you do it a bit cheaper? Can you do it a bit cheaper? Can you knock a bit off here? Can you knock a bit off there? No, stick to your guns. You know what your running costs are. You know how much you need to make in order to make a profit and make it worth your while. So stick to your guns, know your worth, and the price is the price. And don't be afraid to walk away. Like, I walked away from that job and there was absolutely no way I was taking it on. As soon as he knocked me down on price, I was like, that's a big red flag and I'm done. I'm out. I'd rather, like, some people might go, oh, 300 quid's better than nothing. Mate, I don't want 300 quid. That's because then if I break that down over 2 people, that's way under what my hourly rate is if I do an hourly rate or a set price, you know. So, like, no, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not doing that. Stick to your guns, know your worth. You're running a business, and at the end of the day, you get to pick and choose what customers you work for. That's why you went self-employed. You don't want people that aren't going to take you seriously. If they're big red flags when you're quoting, there's always going to be that possibility. They're going to be a pain in the arse. They're going to be crap at paying, and they're just not going to be good for you, for your business or anything. So if you get an inkling or a gut feeling, trust me, your gut feeling will never be wrong and it won't let you down. So yeah, just go with your gut, do what you have to do. And at the end of the day, it's your business, your livelihood. You got to make money, mate. You've just got to make money while the sun's shining. Do you know what I mean? The winter months can be very difficult. They were very difficult for me last year. And so I'm just knuckling down. I'm doing whatever I can to get the money in now. So why has that gone dark? Sorry, you've gone really dark. Hang on, what's going on here? What's going on here, Jeff? Everything's gone wrong. We were doing very well there. It's all gone a bit tickety-boo. Right, while I can just about see you, I'm going to wrap up this little video, but hopefully you find it useful. Don't let people walk all over you. I know it's frustrating, and I know you might be in a position where you're just starting out and you need every penny you can get, but trust me, don't be afraid to walk away. If they're taking the piss now when you're quoting, they're going to be a pain in the arse to work for. Trust me, I've been doing this long enough, I know. So anyway, I'm wrapping it up. Action video coming up Monday, Tuesday. I've done all the hedge cutting today. I've just got to edit a video and get that ready for you guys. That'll be a little bit more exciting than this one, but it is really important that I share these experiences with you because I think they could be of value to you and your business as well. So anyway, I'm off. Have a great weekend. I'll see you for an action-packed video Monday, Tuesday next week. Yeah, take it easy. Oh, and if you're new, please give it a like and a comment and a subscribe thing. Yeah. Cheers, guys.